We are also following developments in the landmark social media addiction trial out of Los Angeles. The 20-year-old plaintiff, known by her initials KGM, took the stand this afternoon to give her highly anticipated testimony. The case focuses on whether social media companies deliberately designed addictive platforms that harmed her mental health when she was a minor. The outcome of this trial could set a precedent for whether social media companies are liable for mental health issues in children. Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson and NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos. Steve, I'd like to start with you. I think we've got you with us. Can you first walk us through what we've heard so far today?
Yeah, KGM, who is the plaintiff in this case, 20-year-old, taking the stand about an hour ago. They started by doing some character building, right? She's going to be on the stand for quite a while with this initial testimony, focusing largely on the relationship between her and her mother, because the defense's strategy has always been to point to things that were outside of social media that led to her mental well-being or lack thereof. And the mother was one of those big things, saying that there were instances of abuse and neglect. They're obviously trying to dissuade the jury of that. And then we got into really the nitty-gritty of her social media use. And some of this, for lack of a better term, is heartbreaking. 10 YouTube accounts before the age of 10, 15 Instagram accounts. She started Instagram at age 9. The attorney asked her, why'd you have so many accounts? It was because she wanted to like her posts and her videos herself, because her self-worth was so tied to those likes. And not to mention the fact that she was putting filters on everything as early as age 9. She said at one point, it got to the point where her filters had filters. All of this trying to point to the features, the algorithm, the advertising, the infinite scrolling of these platforms that directly led to things like depression, anxiety, social dysmorphia, that kind of thing. We spoke to her attorney this morning, and this is important, about her character. What kind of witness is she going to be? That will be important when the cross-examination starts happening. Here's what he said. Listen to this.
She's nervous. This is brand new. This is not in her ballpark. And she's meticulously honest. So she's also not very loquacious. So her answers will be short and direct and very candid.
And she's going to be on the stand for quite a while. Keep in mind that both YouTube and Meta, these are separately adjudicated cases, even though it's in the same courtroom. So not only did you have to get through the testimony, but both cross-examination. She'll be there for quite a while. Sinclair?
Steve, thank you. And Danny, I want to bring you in now, because this is really the moment we've been waiting for, to hear directly from KGM. What do you make of her testimony thus far, but also how attorneys are sort of handling her?
Yeah, the plaintiffs have a lot of risk here. Here's why. They almost have to be perfect, because if the plaintiff had any issues before she started on social media, the defense is going to seize on that. And who among us is perfect at any point in our lives? Then they're going to have to explore and get out on direct examination her relationship with her mother, all these things, and hope she can navigate those well. But for the defense, I think the magic words are be nice. Explore the issues, but be gentle. If you're going to try and skewer anyone, go after the therapist, go after their experts. But this is someone you have to treat nicely, because if you're a defense counsel, you represent mega rich companies and mega rich people. And this is just one plaintiff, the David against the Goliath, proverbially.
And there's a jury watching it all.
Yes, exactly.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or watch live on our YouTube channel.